Hi guys, happy good morning or good evening or good afternoon to everyone who are watching our classes. Welcome back to the Charters Academy CA Final DT classes in full English version. Okay sir, let us start PGBP. Okay. Why sir again you are repeating PGBP? Yes sir, I am again. Sir, it gives the 14 to 20 marks sir in CA final level. Sir, don't underestimate it. 14 to 20 is not a small marks, it's a big marks. For clearing CA final exam, you required only 40 marks. Required only 40 marks. But it gives out of 40, 20 marks only given by the PGBP only. Itself PGBP given the PGBP. Itself PGBP given the 20 marks. Okay guys? Okay. This is the book of the PGBP sir. Its sections start from the 28 and with the 44 DA. Okay sir. Okay. Sir, first section, charging section. Charging section 28. First section is the charging section 28. Okay, first section is the charging section 28. What needs to do? What needs to do with the charging section 28? First section charging section 28. So we read the provision directly to the data. Just know it is in the tax and subscription for purpose of use. So it takes a lot of process, buddy. Okay, don't worry. Sir, whatever in the book is not enough for the PGBP. So some points I taken from the directly bare act. I am explaining in the classroom. Just note it down. Just note it down. Along with this book is more than enough. Is more than enough. Okay now. Okay guys. The first point. So read it. The following income shall be taxable under the PGBP. Sir, charging section 28 clearly mentioned it. Sir, whatever the incomes are mentioned under the section 28, only such income is taxable under the PGBP. Sir. Sir, other incomes are not taxable. No, sir. Sir, other incomes are taxable under the some other head. Okay, no, sir. Before going to this section, before going to the charging section, what is our theme of the PGBP? What is our theme of the PGBP? First, we prepare the one PNL as per PGBP. Prepare the one PNL as per the PGBP. By income. Sir, which income is created to the PGBP account, sir? Which income is created, sir? Only which income is covered under section 28. Only such income is created to the PNL. Only such two expenses. Sir, which expenses? Sir, the expenses covered which expenses are allowed under section 30 to 37. Only such expenses are allowed, sir. After that, you get the net profit as per income tax. Compute the tax on this. This is our main agenda of this chapter. Is we take the book profit. We take the book profit according to the book profit. Convert the such book profit into the net profit as per income tax. This is our main agenda of the chapter. Okay. I'm going to the section 28. Sir, section 28 is a charging section, sir. Is a charging section. Sir, what is the charging section, sir? The charging section means which income is taxable under this head is going to be tell in this section, sir. Okay, now is mentioned only in this section, sir. Sir, very simple, sir. Whatever the incomes are mentioned in the section 28, only such incomes are taxable under the PGBP, sir. Sir, if such incomes are not mentioned under section 28, is not going to be taxable. It's not taxable under any other head. No, sir. It is taxable, but another head. Okay, sir. Very simple, sir. If any income cover the section 28 section is taxable under PGB. Sir, if not, what is the situation? It taxable under another head, taxable under any head, any other head. Sometime it may be exempt. Sometime it may be exempt, guys. Okay. Sir, what is it? So, section 28. Sir, why you are not starting section 28? Sir, section 28 clearly mentions, sir, whatever the incomes are mentioned under the section 28, only such incomes are taxable under the PGBP. Only this income. Sir, what is it? Section 28, class 1. Section 28, class 1, sir. Sir, why you read the class 1? Why you not read the subsection? Sir, I am already saying, sir, there is any interlinkage between, you always read the class 1. No interlinkage. There is no interlinkage between us, sir. One point to another point, there is no interlinkage. So, read as class 1. Okay. That's not a discussion point, right? Okay, sir. First point. Any profits or gains arising from business or open the laptop, open the Bayrac in the laptop. Any profits or gains arising from the business or profession. Sir, it is very important, it's not mentioned in your book. At any time, during the previous year. Sir, very simple, sir. If SC doing any business, if SC done any business or profession, if any profit or gain arising such business or profession is taxable under the business, sir. It is taxable under the head of PGBP. Okay, now, sir. Sir, what is the meaning of profits or gains, sir? What is the meaning of profits and gains, sir? What is the meaning of profits? Sir, what is the meaning of profits and gains? It is a slow or speed, guys. The class going to be the slow or speed or medium pace. Please reply to my answer. It is going to be the slow or speed or low. Okay. So, what is the meaning of profit? Sir, profit and gain means, sir, if any income arising from the business or profession. Okay. Sir, income includes illegal income also? Yes, sir. Income includes illegal income also. Income includes illegal income also. Income includes illegal income also. For suppose Mr. X doing the supply of drugs. Mr. F doing the business supply of drugs. Ganja, drugs, supply of drugs. Okay, sir. Sir, if Mr. X earned some profit on supply of drugs, what is it? 10 crores, sir. This 10 crores is taxable under the PGBP or not, sir? That is required to read the basics. That is required to read the basics. That is required to attend the classes. This is only required to attend. Sir, I'm already say that income includes illegal income also. There is no doubt. Income includes illegal income also. No doubt. So, if you're doing any illegal business, if you are engaging any illegal business, you earn any income on from such illegal business also taxable under the PGBP, guys. And income includes negative income also. What is the negative income? Sir, sometimes you get the losses. Such losses also allowed to set off and carry forward nothing. So income includes negative income also, sir. Okay. Now. Sir, which receipts are taxable under the PGBP? You said if any income. Sir, the income is the two types. The income is received in the revenue nature and capital nature. The income is revenue nature and capital nature. Okay. Sir, such income is revenue nature or capital nature. You receive the income is some income is the revenue nature, sir. Some income is the capital nature. Sir, for suppose you receive the 10 crores income. In this 7 crores is the revenue nature, 3 crores is the capital nature. Sir, this revenue nature income only taxable under the PGBP. Okay, taxable under the PGBP. Sir, whatever the income received in the capital nature, not taxable under the PGBP. Not taxable under the PGBP. Not taxable under the PGBP. Okay. Not taxable under the PGBP. Okay, guys. Sir, income received sometimes cash, sometimes kind. Which income is taxable under the PGBP, sir? Sir, try to derive the definition of income, whatever the income. Sir, both incomes are taxable under the PGBP. Under the PGBP. Okay, both incomes are taxable under the PGBP. Okay. Sir, this is all about the definition of what is a profit and gains definition. But what is the definition? So, any profit or gain arising from the business or profession at any time during the year. Sir, for example, I am doing the only one day business. Okay, now I am doing only one day business. Sir. I earned the 10 lakhs rupees in one day business. Such income is taxable under the PGBP or not? Sir, that is he asked the AO. Sir, I am doing only one day. Why I am required to pay the tax, sir? That's why Bayer Act clarifying, sir. That's why Bayer Act clarifying, sir. It's any income arising from the business or profession at any time during the previous year. At any time, not one day, sir. At any time, in the even one day. You setting up the business even one day, it is also taxable under the PGBP. Taxable under the PGBP. Okay. So next, our the definition. What is the meaning of business and profession? What is the meaning of? Can I know the meaning of? What is the meaning of business or profession? Sir, everything is important for this from this circumstance because your papers going to be tested in the practical nature. Your papers going to be tested in the practical nature. Sure. So in the olden days, you taken some chart books, you prepare the whatever in the chart books, you try to mug up and reproduce. Those days are gone, sir. Such days are gone, sir. Such days are really gone, sir. From this time onwards, we have to learn the each and every logic and provision. Okay. Sir, what is the meaning of business and profession? Sir, profession include vocation also. Sir, what is the profession? What is the business? What is the vocation? No one tell me, sir, till now. Everyone say that if any income from the business or profession, taxable under the PGB. Who says, sir? Who is the responsible to say the meaning of? Who is the responsible to explain the meaning of business? I am the responsible. I am taking the responsibility to explain the meaning of business. Okay. Sir, what is the meaning of business? Sir, business means any trade, sir. Sir, what is the meaning of trade? Sir, if for example, Mr. X purchase the goods, sells to the Y. This is a trade, sir. This is a wholesale trader. Okay, now. Sir, business include manufacturing. What is the meaning of manufacturing? Sir, conversion of raw material into finished goods. And sales such finished goods, whatever the income received sale of such finished goods is taxable under the PGBP. Commerce. Commerce include both, sir, trade and loss, adventure and advancement. So where you get this coding, sir? We are not find our smart books and charts. Sir, this works. I get this words from the Bare Act. Okay. Sir, what is the profession? What is the meaning of profession? Intellectual skills, manual skills. Sir, what is the meaning of intellectual skills? Sir, if any person using his intellectual skills to earn any income is taxable under the PGB. Sir, if any person earn any income from using his intellectual skills, taxable under the PGB. For example, I am a chartered accountant, sir. I'm using my brain. I'm using my brain. Okay, now I'm using my brain to give some consultancy service to the client, tax consultancy service to my client. So I earn some income on such consultancy. So what can I use? I using my intellectual skills or my manual skills? Okay, sir. If any person using any intellectual skills, if the person using intellectual skills earn any income on such intellectual taxable under the PGB. For example, CA, CS, everything. Sir, manual skills. Surgeon, sir. Sir, doctor, surgeon is taxable under the PGB. Whatever the income earned by the surgeon. Sir. Okay, sir. Sir, Virat Kohli playing the cricket is a profession or occasional business? Is a profession or occasional business? Sir, is a manual skill. Using his manual skills, sir. Using your cover driving skills, using your straight driving skills, using the manual skills. So whatever the income received by the Virat Kohli taxable under the PGBP. Okay, now. Okay. Sir, one definition. Every profession always be a business person. Always be a business person. But every businessman not a profession. I can take one example. I will take one example. So, for example, I am teaching the DT classes. I sell through the such DT classes to the students. I sell the such DT classes to the students through online. This is my profession. I am a professional teacher, teach the classes. But along with my DT classes, I hire some faculty. And I am selling those faculties classes also to the students through the online, my own website. That is a business. So, every professional become a businessman, but every businessman not become a professional. Sir. Okay. So, what is the vocation? Sir, vocation means calling for purpose. So, for example, cinema artist. But sir, for the purpose of income tax, profession includes vocation also. Profession includes vocation also. Calling for the sir, what is the calling for the purpose? Okay, sir. This vocation means the object of the life of the person. This object. For example, sir, Mr. A go to everywhere in the India, go to the very temple places, go to the temple places in India and teach the greatness about Sanatana Dharma. Teach the greatness about Sanatana Dharma. Teach the greatness about Sanatana. In this process, Mr. X earn any income, such income also taxable, sir. Nirmala Sita Madam ji say that I don't have any issue. You want to say the greatness of Sanatana Dharma, or you want to say the greatness of Bible, you want to say the greatness of Quran. I don't have any issue, sir. But if you earn any income from such activity, it's taxable under the PGBP, sir. Okay, sir. That is the occasion. That is the occasion. Occasion. That's the meaning of the business and the professional occasions. I give it 2 minutes of time. You write it, sir. Want to write it? Write it. Please write it down. Sir, this is not available in your book, sir. It's all about our research. These things are taken from our research. Every word I was taken from Bare Act, sir. Each and word I was taken from Bare Act. Okay. Sir, the regular class for life, not for exam. The regular class are always for life, not for exam, sir. Sir, we're done with the clause number 1. Section 20. I go to clause number 2, sir. Sir, in this book, not in the proper clauses. What is the clause number 2? I will explain. Sir, in your Bare Act, clause number 2 is talking about the compensation. Clause number 2 is talking about the compensation. Sir, I just read the whatever in the Bare Act in the first. Next I am going to explain. Next I am going to explain. Don't worry. Sir, any compensation or other payments due to or received by the any person by whatever the name called managing the whole or substantial whole affairs of an Indian company, or in connection with the termination of its management, or is a modification of the terms and the condition relating to the deal. So, sir, any compensation, sir, how to read? Sir, any compensation received by ever, sir, any person. Who is a such person, sir? The person who managing the affairs of the company and he received any compensation due to the termination of his management. Sir, I'm explaining, don't worry. Just I'm reading the Bare Act. What are the lines in the Bare Act? After that, I'm explaining, don't worry, guys. Sir, any person, whatever the name, he was managing the substantial whole affairs of the Indian company in connection with the termination of the office and modification. Okay. Sir, any person, whatever the name is, holding an agency in India for any part of activities relating to the business or any other person, or in connection with the termination of agencies or modification of the terms or relating this. Sir, by any person in connection with visiting the government or any corporation or controlled by the government, or for timing for the management of any property of the business. Sir, any person by whatever the name is called in connection with the termination, modification, terms of the condition of the any contract business. Sir, what is this, sir? Even one word as I'm not understanding. Even one word as you are not understanding, don't worry guys. My job is to simplify the Bare Act. My job is simplify the Bare Act. Okay, now what is this? I'm not understanding it. What is this? I'm not understanding. Sir, class 2 all about talks about the compensation. Class 2 all about talk about the compensation. Compensation. Okay, compensation. Compensation. So, what is the compensation? How to receive such compensation? Sir, as per the Bare Act, who will manage the assets of the company? Who will manage the assets of the company? Who will manage the assets of the company? Sir, as per Companies Act, two persons will manage. So, one is the manager, one is the managing director. One is the manager, one is the managing director. One is the manager, another one is the managing director. So who is the manager? So who manage the whole or substantially? Whole or substantially? Who manage the whole or substantial? Of a company. A company. Sir, who is the managing director? So who are maintain the substantially affairs of company, substantially affairs of the company. Substantially. Sir, a company means only one company, sir. The company means is a group of companies, sir. So who is the powerful authority? Managing director is a powerful authority because the manager only maintain the only one company books, but managing director maintain the subsidiary company, holding company, associate company, joint venture company, the or related company books also. Okay, no, sir. Are you going to teach no company section? No, sir. Don't worry, don't worry. Sir, this is the manager. This is the manager. Sir, if the manager or managing director, if any situation lost the office, loss of office means they are terminated from the office, sir. They are terminated from the office. They are terminated from the office. They are terminated from the office. Okay, now loss of office. As per the Companies Act, section 201. What is the section 2? Sir, if any manager or managing director, whole-time director, MD, okay, here loss of the office, you get some compensation. Sir, if the any manager, managing director, the person who substantially manage affairs of the company, okay, you get any compensation due to loss of office, get any compensation due to loss of office, such compensation taxable under the PGBP. This is the first point of the compensation. Okay, very simple, sir. Very simple point, sir. The simple conclusion: if any managing director or manager get the compensation from the company due to the loss of office, such compensation taxable under the PGBP. Okay. Sir, next in the compensation, second point. This is the one case point. So Mr. A, Mr. B enter the one contract. Mr. A is the supplier of cement, sir. Supplier of cement. Mr. B is the recipient. Sir, Mr. A and Mr. B sit together, enter the one agreement for the cement contract. What is the terms of the contract, sir? Mr. A supply the contract to the B, supply the cement to the B. If any delay happened, supply of cement, there is one clause in, there is one clause in, there is one clause in, there is one clause in contract. There is one clause in contract. What is the clause? There is a one clause in contract. What is the clause? If any delay happened, supply of cement. Delay happens, supply. If any delay happens, supply of cement. Two consequences happen. One is the cancel the contract, sir. And supplier will pay 5% of contract price as a penalty to recipient. So it's the contract at the end of it. So A will delay the supply of cement, sir. Obviously contract is cancelled and pay the 1 crore rupee penalty. So my question is, who is received the 1 crore? B received the 1 crore. B received the 1 crore. It is taxable under in the hands of B or not? Hands of B or not? Yes, sir. But in what head? In what head? Either PGBP head or income from other sources, either PGBP or income. Okay. Whether it is taxable under the head of PGBP or income from other sources. Sir, whatever the receipt received by the Bina, it is a capital receipt, sir, not a revenue receipt. Whatever the receipt received by Bina, sir, it is a capital receipt, sir, not a revenue receipt. Because this amount received not due to the business, sir. This amount received due to discontinuance of business. So whatever the amount received by the capital, it is a capital receipt. So both persons go to the Supreme Court, sir. Supreme Court give the judgment, it is a capital receipt, not required to pay tax in PGBP. Not required to pay the tax in PGBP. The government think that okay, not required to pay tax under the PGBP. What? After immediately government make some amendments in the law, sir. Government make amendment in the law. What the amendment? What they are the amendments are? If any modification happen in the contract, so what type of modification can happen? If any modification in the contract, what is the modification? Remission, sir. Remission means cancellation of the contract. Listen, some alternation happens, sir. Novation means that cancel existing contract, enter the new contract. Sir, if any modification happen in your contract, due to such modification, you receive the any due to this modification, you receive any compensation. Such compensation pay tax and then pay tax on such compensation under the head of PGBP. That's it. This is the very simple, sir. Sir, if any modification happen in your contract, what is the such modification? Sometimes there is a termination of the contract, that is a remission. There is a modification of the contract, sometimes there is alteration. There is a novation, means cancel the existing contract, enter the new contract. Due to such modification, or you receive any compensation. If you receive the compensation due to the termination, that modification of the contract, you are required to pay tax on such compensation under the head of PGBP. Very simple, sir. Sir, my question is, sir, if it is a revenue receipt, if it is a capital receipt, I require to pay the tax, sir. Sir, doesn't matter, sir, whether it is a revenue receipt, sir. This compensation, whether revenue receipt or capital receipt, doesn't matter, sir. If any receipt, the compensation is a capital receipt, also you are required to pay tax under PGBP, sir. If the compensation is a revenue receipt, also you are required to pay tax under PGBP, sir. You are required to pay tax under PGBP only, sir. Okay, sir. This is all about the modification. Sir, this is take it, sir. Sir, any compensation in connection with the termination, sir. Sir, in our first case, termination only happened, sir. A, B case. And modification, sir. Modification means change in the terms of the contract or conditions of the contract relating to this business. Accordingly, any compensation, whether revenue receipt or capital receipt, in connection with the termination are received, such is taxable under the PGBP. That's it. Very simple, sir. Again, I am repeating, sir. Any compensation in connection with the termination of modification of the terms of the contract relating to your business. Accordingly, any compensation, whether revenue receipt or capital receipt, in connection with the termination is taxable under the PGBP. Okay. Okay. Sir, Mr. X is all about the right to use. Right to use and non-compliant. Non-compliant. Sir, Mr. X invented some lubricant formula, lubricant oil. If you use this lubricant oil, your bike mileage will increase 60 km per liter to 150 km. And the Mr. X sell this right to use of this formula. Mr. X sell, just write, sir, not sell entire formula, guys. Just right to use of this formula. Right to use of this formula to Mr. Y, sir. Okay, now. and Mr. Y give the 10 crores for such right for 10 years. 10 years. So the amount received by the Mr. X from Mr. Y for the selling of right to use of his know-how or patent, whatever it is taxable under the PGBP. Very simple, sir. Sir, you sell any, you have received any amount due to sale of your know-how, your patent, your copyright, your trademark, your right to use, it's taxable under the PGBP. Very simple, sir. Sir, but after some time, Mr. Y got some doubt. Okay, Mr. X sell the formula to me. I using the formula and I use the formula in my business. Obviously, my business will grow in the next 2 years. But if Mr. X know the how to use the formula, Mr. X was know the formula. Mr. X was know the formula. So again, same formula is held to the some other person. Okay, Mr. X knows the formula. So Mr. Y got the doubt. If Mr. X uses the same formula and he is doing the same business, if he is doing the same business, what is the use for to purchase the formula from Mr. X? So Mr. Y given the some other 15 crores to Mr. X. Don't do this business for next 10 years. Don't do. Not carrying this type of business. Not carrying. Not carrying this type of business for next 10 years. And not sell this formula to any more. Okay, no, don't sell this formula to any person. Okay, no. For this, he received the 15 crores, that is known as a non-competent fee. Non-competent fee also taxable under the PGBP. Okay, no, non-competent fee is also taxable under the PGBP. Okay, guys. Next, sir. Gift perquisite. Sir, in the Bayer Act, perquisite means a benefit, sir. Benefit. This is a benefit. Is given, sir, due to the business you receive any gift or perquisite taxable under the PGBP, sir. Sir, this perquisite is not only given to himself. Is given to this minor child also taxable under the PGBP. Is given to the wife also taxable under the PGBP. Not only himself. Minor child and the PGBP. Right. So, if any perquisite, if you receive any perquisite due to the business, is taxable under the PGBP. So, that such gift or perquisite either in cash, either in kind, either partly in cash, partly in kind. Partly in cash or partly in kind. Okay. Sir, India is the importing country, sir. India is the importing country. So, India always want to encourage the export because to earn the more foreign country, to earn the more currency. So, for this export, the person who doing the export business, the India gives us some benefits, sir. One is the duty drawback. What is the meaning of duty drawback? Sir, I'm not teaching the GST, but I give some intro of the duty drawback. For example, Mr. Y doing the export business, he purchased the raw material from the Mr. A and he pay the GST to the Mr. A. But Mr. Y export the such goods, he not required to pay any GST. Not required to pay any GST. So, what is the use of this GST? What is the use of? So you claim the drawback, you claim the duty, you claim the again duty. You just draw your duty back. You just claim your duty. Whatever the duty paid on your previous purchase, now you just claim it as a refund. That is it. Again, sometimes they give in the cash compensatory. So these are also taxable under the PGBP. This also taxable under the PGBP. This also taxable under the PGBP. Okay, no? Sir, one point is there. Let's call it cash compensatory and duty taxable. DEPB, DFRS. Sir, what is the meaning of DEPB? Sir, presently not available in the DEPB and DFRS in the market. DFRS. Sir, in the olden days, actually you have get the 100 lakhs of 100 rupees of duty drawback. So what is the government given option to the assessee? So you don't claim your duty. You don't. And what is the option given to the assessee? What is the option given to the assessee? Sir, whatever the 100 rupees duty, sir, my discussion is BEP. Sir, this system is not existing nowadays. But in olden days, one system is there. What is the system? What is the system? Sir, in olden days, you are not required to. You have department give the two options to the assessee. Two options. Option number one, to claim the refund of duty. Option one. Option number two, government give the certificate or passbook. Government not given refund of the duty to you. Government give the one certificate. This certificate is the worth of your duty. Whatever the duty you are eligible to claim the refund, that is the worth of your duty. This certificate, the worth of eligible refund. Okay, it is the worth of your eligible refund. So in a future, you use this passbook, you pay your future duties. But what happens? What happened actually in the practical? So in the future also I am engaged in the export. So I am not required to pay any tax in the future, sir. So sell this passbook to the any person. Such person use this certificate and pay his duties. So whatever the amount received on sale of such passbook also taxable under the PGBP, sir. Also taxable under the PGBP, sir. Also taxable under the PGBP. Okay, sir. Next, another policy of the government also, sir. Sale of import entitlement. So for suppose we are exporting the 200 crores worth. So government give that you can eligible to import the goods of 100 crores. Okay, you can eligible to import the goods of 100 crores. Okay, no, sir. But you are always engaged in the exporting of goods. You are not required to import the any goods, but you have an import. This is the license. So government give the one license to import the goods. But one of the your friend required this license. Your friend always engaged in the import of the goods. But government not given any eligibility to the such person to import the goods. But you have eligibility to import the goods. But you are not. We don't have any use of such certificate. We don't have any use of certificate. So what you do, sir? Mr. A, sell the certificate to B, sir, for 150 lakhs. Sell the certificate to the 15 lakhs, sir. So, sir, he sell the 100 crores worth import value to the 15 lakhs. So what happens, sir? I am again repeating, sir. Sir, government put a one policy. Such policy is, sir, we are exporting the 200 crores goods. We are eligible to import that 100 crores worth of the goods, 100 crores worth of the goods. But as a person, but the person who are exclusively engaged in the export of the goods is not required to import the any goods, but you have get the eligibility, you have get the such license to import the goods. But there is no use of such license. But is one of the friend of the A is required such license to import the goods. So what A do, sir? A sell the such license to the B. Then B get the eligibility. Then B get the eligibility to import the goods. For how much amount is sale, sir? Sir, A sell the such license to B for the 15 lakhs. Okay, A sell the license to the B for the 15 lakhs. Sir, this 15 lakhs taxable in the hands of A, sir, under PGBP. It's all about the sale and import and like. What? Next, sir, last point. Sir, if the partnership firm give any salary or interest or remuneration or bonus to the partners, it's taxable under the head of PGBP in the hands of partners. Sir, why, sir? Because there is no employer and employee relationship. It is not an employer and employee relationship. It is a partner, owner and principal relationship. It is a owner relationship. So, if any amount received from the partnership, taxable under the head of PGBP, not under the head of salary, not under the head of income from other source, everything. Okay. Lastly, sir, if you converted the on the date of converted into the sir, if any capital asset, if any stock in trade converted into the capital asset, fair market value is treated as PGBP income. So next, speculative business. Next, I am talking about the speculative business. What is the speculative business? You all know the meaning of the speculative business. You all know the meaning of the speculative business. Just read it one. The speculative business means the transaction in which a contract for the purchase of sale of any commodities, including stock and shares, it is periodically or ultimately settled other than by actual delivery. Sir, very simple, sir. I am entering one contract with a very simple. It's a very simple, sir. Mr. A will enter one contract with a Mr. B. Okay. Mr. A will enter a contract with a Mr. B to purchase or sale of the shares on future date. On future date means 30th Jan 2023. But on 30th Jan 2023, no actual delivery happens. No actual delivery happens. So what is the main theme of the Mr. A, sir? Sir, whatever the benefit due to the fluctuations arises, we need to gain the such benefit. Sir, if any benefit arises, sir, what is the theme of the Mr. A? His intention is not to purchase the shares. His intention is not to sell the shares. His intention only to gain the benefit of such fluctuations. To gain the benefit of such fluctuations. So, very simple, sir. If any person enter a contract with any other person to gain the benefit of the fluctuations in the stock market, so whatever the gain received by the such person is taxable under the PGBP, but it is not a normal business. It is a speculative business. It is a speculative business. Very simple, sir. So, but some of the transactions are not treated as a speculative business, sir. Sir, now we are going to mug up all the transactions. It's not a speculative. I am going to derive one line. I am explaining the one line. I am going to explain the one line. What is? Sir, if any transaction approved by the SEBI. Approved by the SEBI means, sir, if any transactions are allowed by the SEBI to enter the such transaction is not treated as a SEBI, sir, and pay the what are the STT charges, what is the stock exchange charges. These two conditions are satisfied, sir. Such transactions are not treated as a speculative business. Okay, sir. Sir, if any transactions are approved by the SEBI, if any transactions are allowed by the SEBI, if any transactions are allowed by, if any transactions approved by the SEBI and pay STT and stock, okay. So whatever the such transaction not treated as a speculative business. speculative business. So transaction not treated as a speculative business. Okay, sir. Very simple. What is the transaction not treated? Sir, you are entered any hedging contract for the purpose of protecting the loss. Loss of them. You entered any forward contract. Not hedging. You enter the any derivative and commodity market, commodity contract. You enter the any derivative transaction. You trade the any derivative transaction. You trading the any commodity derivatives. But this trading is happened only recognized stock exchange. This trading is taken place only recognized stock exchange only. If such conditions are satisfied, not treated as a speculative business. Otherwise, treated as a speculative business. Okay, sir. So if these 4 transactions not treated as a speculative business, not a speculative business, sir. Not a speculative business. Okay. Sir, next line. Sir, Mr. A doing only speculative business. Mr. A only doing speculative business. So you done a combination, sir. Combination. Because you do the some part of the normal business, some part of the speculative business. Sir, you doing only speculative business, I don't have any issues, sir. You doing only normal business, I don't have. But if you doing the combination, sir, then the part of the business consists of the normal business, part of the business consists of the speculative business. Part of the business consists of the speculative business. So it's a part of the business consists of the normal business, part of the consists of speculative business. So what the income tax act says, sir? Yes, sir. What the income tax? As per the income tax act, if any SSE doing the both business, if any SSE doing the both normal business and speculative business, whatever the speculative business doing, it treat as a separate business. Treat as a separate business. It is treated as a separate business and maintain the separate books. Separate books. Okay. Okay, now guys, everyone done. Sir, my second question. Mr. A, banks. Please listen the class. Sir, Mr. A need a bank guarantee, sir. Mr. A needed a bank guarantee for the purpose of exports or whatever the things. Mr. A needed it. Mr. A is one of the exporters, sir. Mr. A is needed. Please listen to my class carefully. Be able to get the good marks. Sir, Mr. A needed a bank guarantee, sir. Mr. A needed a bank guarantee. Mr. A approached the bank. He asked the bank, sir, please given the bank guarantee to me for the 100 lakhs. Bank reply to the Mr. A, okay, I will give the bank guarantee to you, but one condition. What is the one condition? What is the one condition, sir? Sir, if I provided the, sir, if you want the bank guarantee from my side, if you want the bank guarantee, please deposit the extent of guarantee amount in the bank. please deposit the extent of amount in the bank. For example, I need the 100 lakhs of bank guarantee. So bank asks the Mr. A, please deposit the 100 lakhs with me. Not extent, sir. At least 10% amount with me. For example, 10 lakhs with me. Okay, now bank asks the Mr. A, please deposit at least 10% of the guarantee amount in the bank as the FD or as a deposit. Okay. Okay, fine, sir. This is fine. What is happening? It is very fine. But after that, after some time, bank give the interest to the Mr. A, sir, on deposit. How much of interest? Sir, 10 lakhs into 10%, 10%, almost 1 lakh interest is given. 1 lakh interest is given. Okay, now 1 lakh interest. So, this 1 lakh is taxable under the head of, taxable in the hands of Mr. A or not? Sir, this amount is taxable under the hands of Mr. A, sir. Yes, sir. Any doubt? Yes, it's taxable. But under which head? Under which head? Sir, this is the taxable under the PGBP. Sir, why, sir? You are trying to mug up the DT. You are trying to mug up in the DT. No, sir. I given the logic. Sir, there is a nexus relation between the deposit and guarantee, sir. Sir, what the purpose? He deposited the amount in the bank, sir. He deposited the amount in the bank. The purpose of the bank guarantee. But reason for bank guarantee, what, sir? For the purpose of business. So ultimately, the received income also due to the business. Whatever the income received is also due to the such business only. So that's why such income is taxable under the head of PGBP. That is the correct. This is all about the section 28. This is all about the section 28. This is your charging section. I am trying to give my best way of this section and try to explain this section in the very best way. Sir, next, what is the section 29? Sir, how to compute the PGBP income? How to compute the PGBP income? Sir, before going to this, I forgot one other case law. Sir, this case law. The main object of the company as per MOU is acquiring and hold the property and let out the property. Sir, based on this case law, there is a one MCQ. Very simple, sir. I given the 3 points. Chennai Property and Investment Limited case law. Sir, what is this case law mean? Sir, if the one business, one organization, the main objective of the MO, as per this MO, their main objective is, sir, to acquire the property, to hold the property for the let out. The main objective is, the main objective of the business is, the main objective of the company is only to acquire the property, to purchase the property, to hold the property, to let out the such property to someone. So, what is the main income of the such property? Is the rental income. My question is, such rental income is taxable under the head of PGBP or such rental income is taxable under the head of income from other sources? Sir, as per Chennai Property and Investment Limited case law, such rental income is taxable under the PGBP, sir. Not income from other property. Such income is taxable under the PGBP, not income from other property. Okay, sir. Sir, take a break of 5 minutes. It's all about the section 28, sir. I'm trying to explain in section 28 in the 1 hour, sir. It takes really 1 hour to explain the each and everything. Okay, take a break of 5 minutes. Please bring some water. Please bring some water. Sir, everyone asked a question, how many purchases? Sir, till now I don't have any purchase. I have a zero purchase. I have a zero admissions for the CA final DT regular batch in English first. But I don't feel a regret, sir. I'm trying. I always trying to get the knowledge and to deliver the knowledge in the better way, in the better manner, in the better language. I don't have any issue with that. Okay guys, after the break, let's continue for the section 29. So after the section 28, now we are going to discuss I am going to discuss the section 29. What is the section 29? Sir, there is no specific lines about the section 29. What is the section 29? Very simple, sir. Take your net profit as per books. Add any expenditure which is disallowed under the income tax. Add any disallowed expenditure under income tax. Okay. Add some other thing. Add. What is add? Sir, some expenditures are allowed under income tax but not considered in your books of accounts. So, while calculating this profit, they are not included. Sir. While calculating this profit, they are not included. Let's do disallowed income. Sir, what is the disallowed? Sir, some incomes are credited to the PRL, but such incomes are not taxable under the PGBP. So, such incomes are deducted from your net profit. Add allowed expenditure but not considered in your books. Okay. Less that's it, sir. Add. Sir, some incomes are taxable under the PGBP but not considered in your PRL. Now I am adding to your profit. That is all about the net profit as per PGBP. Okay, that is all about the net profit as per PGBP. Okay guys, that is all about the net profit as per PGBP. Next, sir. In section 29, I have one doubt. I have one doubt, guys. Sir, what is the doubt? Sir, in 28, I missed the one section, sir, intentionally. That is the KMP section. In 28, I missed the one section intentionally. That is the key manager partner section. This section, sir, if any income received under KMP taxable under the PGBP, there is no issue. There is no doubt. But this section try to explain in the capital gain, sir. I'm trying to explain in the capital gain. Okay. Period expense. Sir, contract tax versus revenue act. Sir, companies act. Sir, contract tax and revenue act and companies act and income tax act. Sir, for example, Mr. A want to establish a X Limited. A and B want to establish a X Limited company. Okay, nothing. The date of incorporation is 10th January 2023. Okay, 10th January. But before incorporation, they incur some expenditure. Before incorporation, they incur some expenditure. My question is, these expenditures are allowed or not? These expenditures are allowed or not? My question is very simple, sir. These expenditures are allowed or not? Sir, basically, in the contract act, what is the rule, sir? There is some rule in contract act, sir. Sir, if any person enter a contract with other person who doesn't exist, sir, if any person enter a contract with, want to enter a contract with X Limited before the commencement X Limited is existence, sir, no. So, that's contract treated as a wide ab initio. Okay, no, contract is not that. Sir, what the Companies Act says, sir? Sir, all period contract. All the contracts enter before the period of incorporation is not valid, sir. But one special release act is there. One special release act is there. One special release act is there. Special effects. Sir, if any expenditure incur for the incorporation, sir, for example, sir, I took one example. I will take the one example, sir. As per Contract Act, as per Companies Act said, clearly define that if you are any expenditure incurred before the commencement, it is not valid. It is not allowed expenditure. Income tax also not allowed, sir. But you want to establish any company, you need a one register office address or not, sir? You need a one RO office or not, sir? Sir, RO office. But how to get the RO office, sir? You need to pay the rent, sir. You need to pay the rent to the owner for to getting the such RO office. But you said if any expenditure incurred before the commencement is not allowed as an expenditure under both acts, Contract Act, Companies Act, and Income Tax also. So, but how to incorporate a company, sir? Without a register office, I am unable to incorporate my company. And unable to incorporate my company. Okay. Okay. That's why the Special Relief Act coming to the force. The Special Relief Act, given the three sections, if these three conditions are satisfied, the such expenditure, it is allowed as an expenditure. What is it? Sir, expenditure incurred for, if any expenditure incurred for incorporation purpose, if any expenditure incurred for incorporation purpose, okay. Sir, if any expenditure incurred for incorporation purpose, such expenditure authorized by the promoters, after incorporation, whatever the expenditure incurred by the promoters it should be ratified by the shareholders. Sir, if it is ratified by the shareholders or not, it is given approval by the shareholders, if ratification is done or not. If these three conditions are satisfied, expense is allowed. Okay, sir, expense is allowed. If these three conditions are satisfied, expenditure is allowed. Sir, in Income Tax Act, clearly say that, sir. No period expenditure is allowed as expenses. If any expenditure, if any income tax clear, if any expenditure incurred before setting up the business, sir, I'm not talking about the before commencement of the business, before setting up, before incorporation, sir. Sir, commencement is completely different from it. Before setting up the business means before incorporation of the business is not allowed, sir. Unless allowed by the law. Sir, in income tax, no expenditure allowed, sir. If any expenditure incurred before the commencement, before the setting of the business, before the incorporation of the business is not allowed. Only two expenditure allowed, sir. What is the two expenditure? One is the preliminary expenditure, sir, in 35D. One is the preliminary expenditure. Another one is if doing any in-house research, only maximum 3 years expenditure, 3 years before the commencement is only these two expenditure allowed on entire income tax. Rather than this, no expenditure allowed as income tax. This is the first point. Okay, that is all about the section 29. Sir, before going to the section 30, I want to clarify. I want to clarify the some sections. I want to clarify the some points. What is? I want to clarify. One is the method of accounting. This is the method of accounting. This is the method. So method of accounting. For example, I end the previous year 21, 22, 1000 rupees. Okay. I end the 1000 rupees. But I received only 800 rupees. 200 only. 200 is outstanding. Sir, how much of income is taxable? How much of income is taxable? How much of income is taxable, sir? How much of income is taxable? Option A, either 1000. Option B, 800 on the head of PGB. Sir, sir, how much of income is taxable under the PGBP is determined by the what the method you are followed for the year. What is the method you are followed for the preparation of your books as per income tax law? What is the method? Section 145. Section 40. What is the method of accounting are you followed? What is the method of accounting are you followed? Very simple, sir. If SSC follow the cash method, cash system. If SSC follow the cash system, 800 is your answer. Okay. Sir, if SSC follow the accrual system, your answer is 1000. Okay. That is a very simple point. Okay. My question is. Sir, as per Companies Act, method of accounting, as per Companies Act 2013. Sir, if any company, as per Companies Act, if any company shall follow the only accrual basis, sir. If any company prepare the books of accounts only on accrual basis, sir, that is only mercantile or accrual basis, only mercantile. But as per Income Tax Act, given the option, either follow the accrual, either follow the cash basis, either follow the accrual or either follow the cash basis. Okay. Don't follow the hybrid. So what is the meaning of hybrid? For example, the 3 months you follow the cash system, 3 months you follow the mercantile system, 3 months you follow the cash system. This is a hybrid. I am not allowed this. I'm not going to allow this hybrid system. I will not allow this hybrid system. I will not allow this hybrid. Okay. I will not allow this hybrid. My question. I am clearly defined my question. Sir, Mr. A is prepare the books of account. You get the income 1000 rupees. Huh? Mr. A prepare the books of account. On accrual basis. So you get the income of 1000. But Mr. A, as per income tax, we want to follow the cash basis, sir. This is allowed or not? Sir, it's a very simple, sir. It is very simple. For the preparation, sir, income tax allow the both methods, sir. Either accrual basis or cash basis. Irrespective of what method are you are followed for the preparation of books of account. Mr. A follow the cash basis as for this was taxable under the PG 800 only. Taxable under this. It's a very simple, sir. Sir, income tax allow the both methods. You want to follow the cash basis, go follow the cash. You want to follow the accrual, go follow. Sir, my question is, sir, the preparation of books of accounts I follow the accrual basis. For the income tax purpose only I want to follow the cash basis. No issue. No issue. You want to follow the cash basis, follow it. That's it. You want to follow the cash basis, that's it. Follow it. Next. I'm at section 30, sir. What is the section 30? Sir, section 30 says rent, rates, taxes, repairs or insurance of the building. Rent, rates, taxes, insurance of the building. Very simple. Very simple. Sir, first example. Either you owner of such building or you taken the basement. Sorry, either you tenant of such building or owner. Clarification. Sir, if you are tenant of such building, you take the let out of this building. You take the rent of the any building for the purpose of your business. For example, sir, I want to run. I am running the chartered academy in the rented building. So I require to pay the rent to the my landlord. So whatever the rent paid to me is allowed as expenditure, not allowed, sir. So you pay the you occupied the property as a tenant. You occupied section 30 by the case. You occupied the property. Occupied the property as a tenant or owner for the purpose of business or profession. Sir. For the purpose of business or profession. Sir, you occupied the property for your residential purpose. No use, sir. Sir, this building used for the business or profession purpose only on the condition, only for this, only, sorry. Sir, if the building used for the business or profession purpose only, sir, very simple. Sorry, sir, some technical issue. Sir, if the SSC use this business only for the purpose of business, then only whatever the expenditure mentioned on the section 30 is allowed, sir. Condition number 1. Condition number 1. Whatever the expenditure mentioned in the 30 is allowed. Otherwise, not allowed. Otherwise, not allowed. Really, otherwise not allowed. Otherwise, not, expenditures are not allowed. Okay. If you occupy this property as a tenant, so you pay the any rent is allowed, sir. Sir, your expenditure any repay, incur any repay. So for the repairs, you check the 1 point, sir. What is the one is the check point? And we have any agreement between the owner and you. It's an agreement between the owner and you. What is this agreement? What is an agreement? Sir, there is agreement between the owner and tenant. The tenant is undertaken to bear the any cost for this building during the lease period. Yes, sir, there is an agreement. Sir, the agreement is yes. No. So if you incur the revenue repairs, allowed under section 30. Sir, incur the capital repairs. There is some explanation. Note point. Right. So there is no agreement. What is this? We incur the revenue repairs. Or incur the capital repairs. That's the explanation. Right. So incur the revenue repairs is not allowed under section 30, sir. But is allowed under section 37, sir. Finally, it is allowed as expenditure. Why, sir? Section 30 not, sir, if the section 30 allowed only if there is an agreement between the owner and tenant. In such agreement, there is a one clause. That a clause is that the tenant is undertake to bear the cost for such building. If this clause is existing in the agreement, only that situation, only in that situation, the expenditure allowed under section 30, sir. But if no, but in case there is no clause, it's not allowed under section 30, but is allowed under section 37, sir. Sir, what is the section 37, sir, in your intermediate level? Sir, which expenditure not covered under the section 30 to 36? This expenditure not covered under 30 to 36, sir. Which expenditure incurred for the business purpose? Sir, this revenue repairs also incurred for the business purpose, sir, not personal purpose. And this expenditure not capital nature. Sir, this expenditure is a revenue nature, sir, not capital nature, sir. This expenditure should be legal, sir. This expenditure is legal, sir, not illegal. So if all the four conditions are satisfied, it's satisfied or not, sir, it is satisfied. So this expenditure allowed as expenditure under section 37, not 30. Okay. Sir, what is the cap? I give an explanation. Sir, for the capital repair point, capital repair done by the tenant. Sir, section 30 to 1 in explanation 1 clarifies, sir. In explanation, section 32 in explanation 1 clarifies that. Sir, if the building is occupied by the SSE as a tenant, sir, in the section 31 clarifies that if any building which is used for the business or profession purpose, if any building is occupied by SSE, is occupied by the SSE for the purpose of business or profession as a tenant, sir, not a owner, as a tenant. And next condition, sir, he incurs any capital expenditure. Incur any capital expenditure. Who incurs, sir? And tenant only incurs any capital expenditure. So whatever the capital expenditure incurred by the tenant, I am treated as a deemed building, sir. I am treated as a deemed building, sir. Because why, sir? Why treated as a deemed building? So it is a capital expenditure, not allowed as a under the section 30. Because not allowed under the P&L, sir. Because it is a capital nature, not a revenue nature. It is not allowed under section 37 also. Why, sir? Why not 37? So if any expenditure incurred in the capital nature is not allowed under 37, sir. But where it is, I am allowed, sir. Where it is? The law allowed. The law says that the law given the one relaxation, sir. Sir, whatever the expenditure, whatever the capital expenditure incurred by the tenant for the business or incurred by the tenant for the building for the business or profession purpose, we treat as a deemed building. So what is a deemed building? Sir, deemed building is also your asset. It is another asset to claim the depreciation. That's it. To claim the depreciation. Okay. Sir, in case of owner, there is no question of the rent, sir. There is no question of notional rent, sir. There is no question of notional rent, sir. In case of owner, there is no question of notional rent, sir. Sir, who said, sir? Sir, Act clarified that there is no question of rent. But he pays any repairs. If the owner pays the repairs, what is the repairs? If the owner pays any repairs, in case of owner, rent, not allowed. Sir, notional rent is not allowed. Notional rent is not allowed. But the partnership firm pay any rent to the partner to use the building. Sir, for example, Mr. A is the partner of AB partnership firm, sir. The partnership firm use the Mr. A building to run the business, and the partnership firm pay the rent to the Mr. A. Such rent is allowed as expenditure. Allowed, sir, but reasonable basis. Allowed, sir, but reasonable basis. In the reasonable basis only. Okay, sir, but he pay the repairs. Very simple, sir. It is a revenue repairs. Allowed. Sir, capital repairs not allowed. capital repairs is not allowed. Just what can you do with the capital repairs? And add it to the actual cost of the asset. Okay, now add it to the actual cost and provide the depreciation. That is allowed. Sir, along with the revenues and repairs, you required to allow the expenditure for the following expenditure. Sir, if SSC pay the any insurance is allowed, sir, both the cases, the owner or tenant cases. If SSC pay any rates and taxes like rates and taxes, sir, land taxes and property taxes is allowed, sir. Okay, sir. Whatever the deal in the section 30, whatever the same as to the section 31, sir, except rent. Sir, if SSC is the tenant, he pay the rent to use as a plant and machinery, is not allowed under section 30, sir. Why, sir? 31. So section 30 is 31 not mentioned about the rent, sir, in the section, but is allowed as a rent under section 37, sir, because which section it is not covered under section 32, 36, and it is a revenue nature, and it is a legal nature. It is in the legal, and it is not in the capital nature, and it incurred for the business purpose is allowed, sir. Sir, if any insurance paid is allowed, sir. Sir, any revenue repairs it is allowed, sir. Whatever the capital expenditure. What is the capital expenditure? What is the capital expenditure? What is the capital? Sir, the capital expenditure incurred by the owner added to the cost of it. Okay. Sir, incurred by the tenant. Diesel. This is not a deemed plant. Okay, no, diesel. That is all about the section. Sir, today we are cover the 28, 29, 30, 31. In the tomorrow class, I am going to cover the 30. Not tomorrow, the part 2 class, I am going to cover the entire depreciation part. Okay, now. That is all about the basic concepts of the PGBP. I hope that guys, are you able to understand my language and are you able to understand my concept? Okay. Sir, if you want to purchase the classes, please contact the below mentioned numbers. This is a class charges, sir. We are charging a very low price, that is a 3,500, sir. The same quality of the class you are found in market also, but it's a 14,000, sir. Almost you save the 11,000, sir. If you found any difficulties in these classes while only because of language or books of account, please text the message or please comment it. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much. Will you meet the next class? Thank you.